Hi, Genki Call here. It is Stormheim week. We have a brand new campaign, lots to go over. So let's get right into it. So with our new campaign, hitting wrong buttons. The prismatic key. Um, what we've got here, that is, I'm going to go over the tasks in a minute, but I want to see what we have in here for the paid tier, the paid side of the. Oh, look at the dog! The barrel dog. Isn't it cute? It's very, very cute. Dragonite! Dragonite! Oh, there's Dragonite in here! Ah, that's awesome. Imperial's barrel dog. Do 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 do. VIP key. Celestials. The book's awesome. More barrel dogs. The Onyx blade. Deal damage to an enemy, then convert 8 yellow gems to Uber Doom Skulls. Ooh. Looking forward to seeing what the upgrades are on that. And then more stuff. More cursed runes. Oh, nice. And our tarot card this time is Strength, and this is the Leocorn and what's this one's name? Trichnola. Ah, that's really weird. Anyway, give attack to all allies with a 7% chance of an extra turn for each red gem on the board. Same old thing on this second part also. Grant a random status effect to a random ally when an ally casts a spell. These third traits are what kind of bring all of the tarot cards together. They're all rather similar in this way. They might be negative status effects, and also this 70 or 7% chance is the same as well. It really adds up too. It's amazing. And the Onyx Giant is our mythic for this time. Now, seems like I was really interested in this, so let's check it out. Deal scatter damage, then convert 8 gems of a chosen color to Uber Doom Skulls. I love that. I love Uber Doom Skulls. This is only going to be the second troop in the game that can create Uber Doom Skulls at this point. Well, the other one was a weapon, right? Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Now, scatter damage isn't that big a deal, but the Uber Doom Skulls of a chosen color? Oh, yes. Oh, that's going to be fun. Skull damage reduction by 50% and create 2 Uber Doom Skulls when I take skull damage. So putting him at the front of the team could be very helpful, could make you lose your team. We'll see, but I'm excited about this mythic. I think he looks very good, and yeah, neat. All right, let's get to the actual tasks. And they are, thank you very much to Hawks and Gary, must say. I love these lists every week. So for gold, use an X weapon for 22 wins and kill Yachtner Storm Shield 5 times. For silver, use the Titan class for 15 wins, explore Stormheim 3 times at difficulty 1+, and get 30 giant kills. And use a vault key to kill 3 treasure gnomes. For bronze, use a Stormheim team for 4 wins, win 4 battles in a single arena run, 4 ranked PvP battles, craft 1 blue summoning stone, earn 5 glory in battle, earn 200 gold in battle, match 90 blue gems in battle, open 2 event chests, get 13 blue kills, and use the Giant's banner for 4 wins. So, thank you again, Hawks and Gary. You guys rock! Alright, coming back in. Oh, wait. What's our boost this week? I gotta see. I must know. It is +5 health. Nice. Alright, so Stormheim, what you can get with your event keys this week. Now, I'm going to take a sidestep for a moment and show you I'm at power level 22, and I am pet blocked. Now, this is significant because we have a new pet coming in this week. Currently, the only way to get that 3rd level 20 pet for me is to, sorry, show all, is to max out Frostfire Keep. It's the only way. I have to get it done and have Pure Faction 500 there done to get that pet. But as of Wednesday, we're getting Zephyros' Cloud, and I will be maxing it so that I can get my power level up here. Glad I've been saving some gems. So, anyway, this is our. Oh, it's so cute. Look at its angry little face. It's so cute. Georgia says, I want to squeeze it. Because she's, kind of creepy that way. Oh, sorry. I digress. So the troops that you can get here at Stormheim, some are good, some are bad. One is absolutely amazing. Ah, my friend Mistralis. You see, I have her gold medaled. I have her gold medal because she rocks just that much. She is fantastic for Guild Wars. She is fantastic as a first craft for people that are low level. For a first mythic, she's just great. She does splash damage to 1 to 4 random enemies. She jumbles the board and gets an extra turn. So when she jumbles the board, she gets that extra turn and could get another extra turn because you're likely to get a match 4 out of it when she jumbles it. Even better, enchant all allies on 4+ gem matches, and this is huge. This can be really amazing. Mistralis, I just can't say enough about her. She is amazing. No matter where you are in the game, I have a lot of fun with her at Guild Wars time, especially using this troop. So if you're gonna use event keys, try to get Mistralis because she is amazing. Yachtner Storm Shield, on the other hand, I haven't even used him. Deal true damage to 1 enemy boosted by barriered allies and giant allies. Yes, it's a ×7 boost ratio, so +4 if your entire team is barriered, plus another 4. In, right, plus another 4 if they're all giants. So that's 8 × 7. So, it's okay, but this is pretty nice. Give a random ally a barrier on 4+ gem matches. He's generally considered not to be great, and compared to Mistralis, he's not. But this is pretty useful right here, especially when you're lower level. Those barriers can really make a difference. So, next up we have Hindela Frostcrown, who is very useful. Thank you. Very useful in events. She does splash damage, she freezes all affected enemies, and summons, and that's what makes her so useful, is that summons, especially if you're lower level, worried about losing any troops, that summons can save your team. All giant allies gain 2 life and magic on 4+ gem matches. That +2 magic means that this purple number goes up every time you get a match for all giant allies. Then we have Jarl Fire Mantle. He creates 9 red and 9 yellow gems. The red feeds back into himself and then does damage to an enemy. He also burns a random enemy on 4+ gem matches. And if you have something that on your team that does bonus skull damage or bonus damage at all to troops that are on fire, like, hold on, there's one here. I'm not seeing the Fire Giant. Giant will do triple damage if they're burning with his spell, and then, yeah, just triple damage if they're burning. So he pairs very, very well with Jarl Fire Mantle, especially since he will use the yellow that Jarl creates. So these two are a great pair. You will not be able to get the Frostfire King because he's from Frostfire Keep. You have to use your Chaos Shards to get him. Other ones from Frostfire Keep that you will not be able to get are the Frostfire Troll and the Frostfire Witch, and the last one is the Frostfire Wraith. Those 4 you will not be able to get, and you will also not be able to get the Penguin, because this is something that you only get from Guild Wars. So, let me scroll back up here. We'll go over some of these other things. Vidar the Vast is the last of the legendaries. Well, let me make sure I'm sure I have all of the troops, but just in case. Oh, I don't have the weekly troop yet. We'll get to that. Vidar the Vast. Choose an enemy. There's a 10% chance to devour them, boosted by blue gems on the board, unless they're immune to devour, and there are ways around that, and then otherwise deal some damage to them. There are ways that you can spam the board with so much blue that you're going to have a 100% chance to devour every time. So he can be very useful if you can keep that blue on the board. He also gains 2 attack, life, and armor when matching 4+ gems, and does double skull damage versus stunned enemies. And if he has devoured and this number has doubled or quadrupled plus the double damage, that's pretty significant amount of damage. Balder is amazing, especially using multiples of Balder. Create 4 skulls boosted by blue allies. ×4. You can just flood the board with skulls, and he's actually really pretty good. Gain 1 life from 4+ gem matches. Then we have the Bone Biter. This guy has a 50% chance to devour if the troops are undead, and if he doesn't devour them, he's going to do double damage to them. Otherwise, straight up just some damage, gain 5 life, and, double skull damage versus undead as well. Then we've got Half Grim, Half Giant, who's actually our God Slayer here. So, of course, the God Slayers and the Siege Breakers are super useful because you get that 3 to 5 times damage with the spell and with the skulls if you trait them as well. And then we have the Ice Switch, damage to an enemy and freeze them if the enemy dies, gives 3 magic to all allies. That's always nice. That extra 3 magic can make a big difference. Mostly useful in Arena, but Cake Hammer you will get just from doing the storyline here, damage to an enemy and eliminate 5 magic from them. If the enemy is a giant, deal triple damage. So this can be really helpful if you're fighting giants. So, I mean, you go into Guild Wars and do triple damage. That's always nice, if they're using a giant. He is empowered as well. And double skull damage versus giants. Then we've got Skrimir the Lofty. I'm sure you fought this guy in pet rescues and been very annoyed by him because he cleanses and barriers and allies, moves them to the front, and gives them life. He does summon a light storm when an enemy dies as well, which I actually didn't remember until just now because I never use him. Alright, the new troop is the Sapphire Giant. This guy's worth the most points in the world event this week. He does damage to an enemy, then converts 5 red gems to blue giant gems. The giant gems, and I'll make a video on it, but the giant gems, when you match them, they'll explode and give you an additional 5 mana in addition. Right. They'll give you 5 of that color mana and explode. How about that? Skull damage reduction by 50%, freeze when he does skull damage, and create a blue giant gem when I take skull damage as well. So having him at the front of the team with these traits, excellent. I mean, skull damage reduction and then bonuses from doing skull damage, very nice. I mean, that's nicely put together. Zephyros is pretty good. Destroy a column, deal scatter damage boosted by yellow gems destroyed. So if you destroy, say, 4 yellow gems in that column, because of the boost ratio, you'll get an extra 40 damage. Scatter damage in general is not that powerful. It can be if you're using a looping troop like Queen Beatrix or Venoxia or Gobtruffle, but if they can't loop, then not as useful. But he does get bonus yellow mana for the team from yellow gem matches. What that means is if you match 4 gems, you'll actually get 5. You match 3 gems, and if you don't get a mana surge, you'll actually get 4. That kind of thing. Berserker! Oh, one of these. A range of damage to an enemy boosted by my missing life. Take 2 damage and gain 4 attack. So this guy it can be useful in Arena, but, generally I don't want to let my life get damaged. Still, could be useful against true damage teams because that affects your life. It doesn't matter if it hurts your armor until it actually touches this, it won't kick in. Then the rest of this is, whatever. It's funny that he damages himself, but then he also regenerates. That's funny. Dwarven Slayer. Deal damage to an enemy and die gloriously! Can only be cast once, obviously, because he's gonna die as soon as you cast him, but very useful in Arena. Otherwise, I mean, It could be useful if you're using a summoning team, but otherwise, I don't know. Impervious is very nice, but other than that, Where was I? Where was I? Oh, yes. Fire Giant, I already went over. Damage to an enemy, triple if they're burning, create 10 red gems if they die. He's, like I said, really useful with your all fire mantle. Nope. Ice Spire Shaman. 24 light splash damage. Okay, so half of your magic +1. Light splash damage to 2 random enemies boosted by blue allies and enemies. It's pretty weak. Yeah, it's pretty weak. Storm Knight, true damage to an enemy if the enemy uses blue mana, destroy a column, and gain 5 attack. Urska Wanderer, yes. I'm losing track of what I'm doing, sorry. Damage to an enemy boosted by the enemy's attack. So if they have a 40 attack, it will take half of that and add an extra 20 to your spell. So if they have a really high attack, like you're doing a level 500 delve, that's going to add a lot of attack to, or a lot of damage to your spell, but otherwise, eh. And his skull damage reduction's only 25%. He's got this double skull damage versus frozen enemies, which is nice, but yeah, only 25% skull damage reduction. The Flame Maiden removes all blue gems, which is great if, like on Blue Guild Wars Day, or if you're fighting something that uses primarily blue, you can get rid of all of that blue so they can't use it, and then do damage to them boosted by the blue gems removed. It's a 3-to-1 ratio, so divide by 3. Not a huge boost, but burn enemies when doing skull damage, but this is a bounty hunter. So bounty hunters are another troop that you really want to have max. The siege breakers, the god slayers, the bounty hunters, they're all ones you generally want to have maxed, but this is not one that I have ever used. I have a specific formula for my bounty hunting that I like to use, but if you want to just mess things up, not mess things up, shake things up. If you want to shake things up, you could try something different. It could work. Not generally what I would use though. Frost Giant, damage to a random enemy boosted by skulls, 1-to-1 ratio, and then freeze them. And then Ice Wraith, damage to an enemy and freeze them if they're already frozen, steal 5 mana. This is another bounty hunter that I don't use. And South Render, a range of damage. We're getting into the stuff that's really low rarity, but this one is very useful. Transform a selected mana color to blue and gain some souls. So also has bonus blue mana for the team. So she's actually kind of underrated. The only reason people don't use her more often is because she's not empowered, but the power to change any color you want to blue means you don't cast her unless you have match 4 alignment, and it's just going to loop, and plus you gain some souls too, so that's nice. Does she have... No, she is not a necromancer though. Arctic Fox, North Render, for the lower level people, these things would be a lot more useful than for people that are higher level. Serpent, really, but Snowy Owl, the most common troop here, is actually super useful. Destroy all purple gems. That means every purple gem on the board gets taken away as if you had matched it, feeding anything that uses purple on your team. Then create 7 gems of a chosen color. Usually you're going to pick yellow so that it can loop. And you also get bonus purple mana from purple gem matches. This is fantastic to use with Mistralis, actually. So I've got a video, a Mistralis, sorry, my brain, a mythic spotlight on Mistralis. I will link that in at the end of the video. There will be a thumbnail you can click on, and one of the teams uses the Snowy Owl. I used it for Guild Wars. I love it. it's just fantastic. So that is it for the event key drop table. I recommend saving any other keys that you may have for Friday, because as of Friday we have a new mythic which will be in the drop table for 1 week. And I am just trying to click on something here. There it is. Resetting my alarm for my tributes. Right, so we've gone over campaign, what you can get from the event keys. I did not mean to click there. Want to go to the shop? First, go over to resources, grab your spoils of war. Get the max of 10 here. It's a fantastic deal for 10 event keys. Every event key you get could be a mythic. So I recommend doing this every week if you can afford it. Also, you want to head over to weekly event and get at least one of the troop. Because not only are you getting the new troop, you're also getting all of these resources, but I must have this up to mythic level because I need to be able to get everything ascended for the power levels at my kingdoms. So I'm going to purchase this up to mythic, and look at all the resources. Ooh. So I've got that taken care of. Hooray! Next up, let's go in here and look at what we've got coming up for the week. I already mentioned we've got the Zephyros' Cloud coming Wednesday. On Tuesday, we have the Frostfire Keep Faction Assault. Thursday, we have the Titan class trial. It's a really, really good, really solid class. I think it was considered the best one in the game until Elementalists came along. And then Friday, Friday, weekend vault event. Yes, we can buff up our vault keys again. We can get lots of Gnome-a-paloozas done. It's going to be great. Vault weekend is always a lot of fun. So lots of grinding to do this weekend, but the campaign tasks aren't so bad this week. Of course, it's the beginning of the campaign, so it's not going to be that bad. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. You'll find the Mistralis link here on the screen, and we'll see you folks soon. Bye-bye!